इवनिंग व्हिच वाज द अर्लियर अवतार ऑफ आर्यभट्ट, उसके भी एक इंग्लिश ऑनर्स के स्टूडेंट को उस दिन राष्ट्रपति ने नेशनल अवार्ड दिया है, रिपोर्ट कॉल्ड सकारिया कमीशन कमिंग इन इंडिया। उसके बाद फिर मेरी ये डाइट राइट खत्म हो जाएगा आपके लिए।
Becoming the jack of all trades but master of none.
Same degree. If you do it from SOL or you do it from St. Stephen's College or Arbat College, even if it is just 11 years old.
Good afternoon, everyone. I welcome to you all to this special episode by Abhivit, the podcasting society of Aryavat College. As our tagline goes, Charcha se Sambhav hai. We truly believe that meaningful conversations open up new perspectives and possibilities. And today, it is really exciting for all of us because we have with us none other than our principal, Professor Dr. Manoj Sinha. Sir has had an incredible journey. From being a passionate student of political science to becoming a researcher, an academician, author, and now becoming the principal of Aryavat College. And what makes this conversation even more interesting is his recent work and research, which is revolved around National Education Policy 2020, which focuses on transforming the future of Indian education. So let's dive into this engaging conversation about Sir's journey, his experiences, and of course, his insights on National Education Policy 2020. So, firstly, a very pleasant morning to you,
Thank
sir.
you.
Thank you so
Morning.
much for putting on your time for Abhivyakti and getting this interactive session done
My
with
pleasure.
us for people both inside and outside the campus. So, we would begin firstly from the very beginning. तो आपकी जर्नी काफी इंस्पायरिंग रही है फ्रॉम बीइंग एन एकेडमिक काउंसलर इन किरोड़ीमल कॉलेज आप देश भर के कॉलेजेस में गए हैं एंड देन सर्विंग इन रामलाल आनंद कॉलेज इवनिंग एंड नाउ बिकमिंग द प्रिंसिपल ऑफ दिस प्रेस्टिजियस इंस्टीट्यूशन तो सर आपके जमाने के कुछ किस्से कुछ एक्सपीरियंसेस कुछ ऐसी सीख जो आप हमें बता पाएं खास करके उन बच्चों के लिए जो बाहर से आते हैं
जी, thank you. Namaskar everyone. I'm Professor Manoj Sinha, Principal of Arbat College. आपने जिस जर्नी की चर्चा करनी शुरू की, अगर आपकी आज्ञा हो तो थोड़ा सा और पहले चला जाता हूं, क्योंकि कई विद्यार्थी छात्र सुनते हैं आपके चर्चाओं को। मेरी भी जर्नी एक छात्र के रूप में इसी विश्वविद्यालय में किरोड़ीमल कॉलेज से हुई थी। जमाना दूसरा था, आप लोगों के पैदा होने के पहले की कहानियां हैं। 1983 में मैं पहली बार दिल्ली विश्वविद्यालय में बीए ऑनर्स पॉलिटिकल साइंस के प्रथम वर्ष के छात्र के रूप में आया था, और 1983 से एक साल बीच में छोड़कर, जब मैं यूनिवर्सिटी ऑफ कैलिफोर्निया बर्कली में पढ़ता था, उसको छोड़ के ज्यादातर दिल्ली विश्वविद्यालय से ही जुड़ा रहा हूँ, विभिन्न कैपेसिटीज में यहाँ पर जुड़ा रहा। बट कहानी उससे पहले से भी शुरू होती है। पहले से इस तरह शुरू होती है कि एक बहुत ही बिहार के नोन सर्जन का लड़का हूँ। मेरे पिताजी मेडिकल कॉलेज के प्रिंसिपल भी हुआ करते थे। तो जैसा होता है परिवारों में, अपेक्षा थी कि मैं भी एक डॉक्टर बनूंगा, अपने पिताजी का जो दायित्व है उसको संभालूंगा। बट कहीं मैं ऐसे जमाने में पैदा हुआ था जब 1965 का वॉर चल रहा था, और बाद में जब थोड़ा सा होश आया तो मैंने 1971 का वॉर भी पाकिस्तान के साथ देखा है, और बांग्लादेश का क्रिएशन होते हुए। और ऐसी जगह पर उस समय पिताजी पोस्टेड थे कि उस समय के सिबर जेट और नेट जैसे हवाई जहाज भी देखे। तो कहीं पर मन में एक जोश रह गया कि मैं भी एयरफोर्स में जाऊं। तो मैंने 10वीं के बाद 11वीं कक्षा में उस समय पहली परीक्षा जो हम लोग फेस करते थे कॉम्पिटिटिव, वो थी नेशनल डिफेंस एकेडमी की, यूपीएससी लेती थी। तो मैं नेशनल डिफेंस एकेडमी की परीक्षा उत्तीर्ण करके और ज्वाइन भी कर लिया, और वहां मैंने 1.5 साल गुजारे हैं एज अ कैडेट। और नेशनल डिफेंस एकेडमी में मैं एयरफोर्स का कैडेट रहा। फिर एक बार 10 मीटर से कूदते हुए दाहिने कान में इंजरी हो गई, 9 o'clock पोजीशन पर एक परफोरेशन हो गया, जिसकी वजह से डिस्क्वालीफाई होकर के और फिर वापस मुझे रिज्वाइन करना पड़ा एकेडमिक्स। ये कहानी इसलिए सुना रहा हूं कि कई बार हमारे छात्रों को निराशा हाथ लगती है टेम्पररी। कभी 10वीं के बाद सेटिस्फैक्टरी रिजल्ट नहीं आया, कभी 12वीं में लगता है कि मैंने इतनी मेहनत की थी फिर भी मार्क्स नहीं आए, कभी आपको बीए में लगता है कि मैंने ज्यादा मेहनत की बट किसी और साथी को ज्यादा नंबर आ गया, इस तरह की फीलिंग्स आती रहती हैं। लाइफ डज नॉट ऑलवेज टेक यू ऑन द प्लान्ड पाथ दैट you think that is best for you. It gives you second chances. मेरे लिए भी एनडीए मेडिकल में गया नहीं, डिस्पाइट द अपॉर्चुनिटीज। एनडीए में गया, वहां बिकॉज ऑफ मेडिकल डिस्क्वालिफिकेशन वापस आया। तो ये मेरा एक तीसरी जर्नी थी जो शुरू किया किरोड़ीमल कॉलेज से एज अ बी ऑनर्स पॉलिटिकल साइंस स्टूडेंट। आसान नहीं होता है। उस समय मैं जब आया और दिल्ली विश्वविद्यालय ज्वाइन किया तो उस समय हॉर्स राइडिंग कर सकता था, बॉक्सिंग करता था लाइट वेल्टरवेट कैटेगरी में। अभी भी मुझे स्विमिंग के चारों स्ट्रोक्स आते हैं, अपने बेटों को सिखाया भी है मैंने। कहने का ये मतलब कि सब कुछ करता था बट पढ़ाई करनी थोड़ी घट गई। एंड दैट इज व्हाट इज नीडेड व्हेन यू कम टू अ यूनिवर्सिटी लाइक यूनिवर्सिटी ऑफ दिल्ली, एंड दैट इज समथिंग जो मेरे सारे छात्र जानते हैं। दैट इज द बेसिक थिंग दैट यू हैव टू डू, एंड बेसिक ड्यूटीज को भूलना नहीं चाहिए। एंड देयरफॉर आई हैड टू मेक अप। फर्स्ट ईयर ऑनवर्ड्स धीरे धीरे करके अपनी पढ़ाई को सुधारते हुए थर्ड ईयर में जाके कहीं पर स्टेबिलिटी आई, एंड फ्रॉम देयर then I started excelling in MA, got a scholarship to University of California, Berkeley, so on and so forth, and joined the research, MPhil, PhD सब कुछ करते हुए 1990 के दशक से मैंने पढ़ाना शुरू किया रामलाल आनंद कॉलेज। एंड दैट इज द जर्नी वेयर द टीचिंग पार्ट बिगिंस। आई एम सॉरी दैट आई टुक अप अ लिटिल मोर टाइम देन यू हैड एक्सपेक्टेड, but tell me, you would like to continue into my teaching journey?
Yes, definitely. तो लाइक मेरा नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन भी वही है। आई जस्ट वांटेड टू आस्क कि हर किसी की लाइफ में एक रोल मॉडल, एक इंस्पिरेशनल फिगर होता है जिसको हम फॉलो करते हैं, उससे हम इंस्पिरेशन लेते हैं, काफ़ी कुछ सीखते हैं। तो जैसे कि आपकी जब हमने जर्नी देखी या आपके जो एकेडमिक इंटरेस्ट में हमने देखा, तो पॉलिटिकल साइंस काफ़ी डोमिनेंट फील्ड रही है उसमें। तो आई वुड लाइक टू नो कि जो पॉलिटिकल साइंस की तरफ आपका ड्राइविंग फोर्स था, या ऐसा कौन सा रोल मॉडल, कौन सी इंस्पिरेशनल फिगर थी आपकी लाइफ में जिन्होंने आपको पॉलिटिकल साइंस की तरफ मोटिवेट किया एंड देन आपको इस तरीके से शेप किया कि आज आप यहाँ हमारे साथ एज द प्रिंसिपल बैठे हैं।
इसी लाइफ में कई बार आपके पास, आप किसी चौराहे पे खड़े होते हैं, हिंदी में एक शब्द है किंग कर्तव्य विमूढ़, यानी इनडिसिशन का माहौल रहता है आपके पास। एंड देन यू हैव टू मेक द डिसीजंस, टेक अ लीप ऑफ फेथ फॉरवर्ड। एंड ऐसे मौके आएंगे जीवन में, आप सब छात्र हैं तो दीज कंडीशंस विल कीप कमिंग इन फ्रंट ऑफ यू। मेरे सामने भी, जैसा मैं आपको डिस्क्राइब कर रहा था कि एनडीए से लौट करके दिल्ली यूनिवर्सिटी में एडमिशन लेना था, आई डिडंट नो व्हाट सब्जेक्ट टू टेक। आई वाज अ साइंस स्टूडेंट एंड आई वाज अ what you called a pre-medical student at that time. बायोलॉजी पढ़ रहा था अपने प्लस टू में। उन दिनों हम लोग उसको आईएससी कहते थे, इंटर कहते थे। तो it was a difficult decision for me, but people helped me to take that decision. Somebody suggested study history, and I was all inclined, ठीक है मैं history ही पढ़ लेता हूँ। मतलब no particular reason, don't ask me why I go, but it was because somebody else was suggesting to me, and that is how I started off. But then I was counseled into कि भाई political science is a much better subject for you coming from science. There will be some logic into the, or theories, theorizations built into the system, and you will be more comfortable in political science. मैंने वो एक प्रोफेसर थे दिल्ली यूनिवर्सिटी के जोलॉजी डिपार्टमेंट में, उन्होंने सजेस्ट किया और आई टुक दैट डिसीजन। Now that is a leap of faith rather than कोई sound decision made by me as a person. In BA first year, all of you have been there and you know कि कितना difficult होता है कि क्या पढ़ूं क्या ना पढ़ूं, ये choice करना. And sometimes it is not up to you also. Your first choice you don't get in a good college or Delhi University or things like that, and you have to choose it. The point is very simple. Whatever you do, you should, once you choose it, you should do it well, and that is the point. इसमें मेरी स्टोरी से ज्यादा एक स्टोरी जो मुझे इन्फ्लुएंस करती है वो आपके सामने रखता हूं आज, और वो है एक क्रिकेटर होते थे आपके बहुत पहले के जमाने के हैं, मेरे भी पहले के जमाने के हैं, इसीलिए हो सकता है बहुत लोगों ने उनका नाम नहीं सुना होगा। क्रिकेटर थे गारफील्ड सोबर्स। गारफील्ड सोबर्स वाज फर्स्ट cricketer from West Indies, later captain of the West Indies team at a time when West Indies was dominating the cricketing world of the world. क्रिकेटिंग सीन ऑफ द वर्ल्ड उन्होंने डोमिनेट कर रहे थे उस समय। हाल में अभी एक अंपायर का डेथ हुआ है, रिची बेनो, नहीं सॉरी, बर्ड, अंपायर बर्ड हैज रिसेंटली पास्ड अवे। उनका ये कहना था कि he was probably debatably the best all-rounder that cricket has ever seen. I mean, that's what he has said. एक बार किसी इसी तरह के इंटरव्यू में गारफील्ड सोबर्स से किसी इंटरव्यूअर ने पूछा कि मिस्टर सोबर्स, इफ यू आर नॉट अ गुड क्रिकेटर, व्हाट वुड यू हैव बीन? सपोज आपके जीवन में ऐसा कोई मौका आता कि आप क्रिकेटर नहीं बन पाते, तो आप क्या होते? कुछ 10-15 सेकंड वो चुप रहे एंड देन ही रिप्लाइड टू द इंटरव्यूअर कि आई वुड हैव बीन अ गुड फुटबॉलर। Now, if you go into that statement, ठीक है, you will realize that it is what he's saying is that if you are sincerely taking up something that life throws in front of you, and you do it with a conviction, with motivation and everything, you will be good at it. And therefore, this is an opportunity to ask all the students listening in that, you may not get the first choice in your life. Take the second or the third one with as much enthusiasm as possible, and you will do well in your life. I assure you that ever since Garfield Sobers or me myself here or others have been taking up those challenges in life and doing well in their life. So that is how one started in life, in political science honors in Kirodimal College. But gradually, there are many teachers who come in front of you. They become an inspiration in many ways. There was a teacher of mine, Mr. Sansan Ball, in Kirodimal College. I met him after about 10 years of teaching in Ramlalan evening, in about 2000 or so. There was an alumni in Kirodimal College, and I went to that and I met him and I said, sir, how are the batches now? And everybody expects कि पहले से ज़्यादा सुधार हुआ होगा. Kirodimal in my time was not that prominent college as it is today. So I expected him to say कि now the students are much better, they are coming with a higher percentage and things like that. You know what he told me as a teacher, and he used to teach me Indian government and politics, the paper at that time, my second year of honors. He said, Manoj, I'm slightly disappointed. I said, why would you be disappointed, sir? I'm sure good students, better students are coming to Kirodimal. He said, no, I remember the times when you would start arguing with me on certain topics of Indian government and politics. And just to inform you, there was at least one day when Mr. Sansanwal stormed out of the classroom because we started debating a little heatedly, not on any personal thing, but it was on a topic of Indian government and politics. And so we used to have that kind of talk among ourselves, the students and the teacher. He said, these days I feel that I'm talking to the wall. There is no talking back on the subject from the students. So teachers inspire you like that. I mean, that. So that's one inspiration that and the interest that builds up inside you. Then I had a fantastic principal over there called Dr. N.S. Pradhan. Now, N.S. Pradhan Saab is an inspiration for me, not only as a student. He helped me get a scholarship to University of California and, exposed me to core academics, and therefore I am a teacher today. That's one aspect. But even today, as a principal, I look up to him to take decisions, what to do. When I have questions in my mind as a principal, what should I do forward, in a forward-looking way. There are many times when I try to remember Dr. N.S. Pradhan and the way he used to run Kirodimal, that the way he has shaped Kirodimal College. And I, take inspiration and work accordingly. So these are some of the people who keep coming in your life and then inspiring you to do certain things. Now, if I look at research, for example, there was a professor of mine who was guide of mine in PhD, Professor Mahendra Kumar. So he taught me how to edit, how to restrain my thoughts and organize them properly. And so these are some of the inspirations that kept coming. So as you keep asking, I'll keep on going with the story. Yeah.
So definitely आपने जो story बताई and everything, like it was, जो भी students, teachers, जो भी सब सुन रहे होंगे, they'll be really motivated about this कि like sir की journey में उन्होंने काफ़ी कुछ सीखा, and even the way you have an outlook towards जो भी setbacks आए आपके सामने, that was also really like worth understanding. तो सर, when I was going through your like writings, जो आपने कुछ books लिखी हैं, काफ़ी researches की हैं, तो I was reading कि सर ने ये सब किया हुआ है. तो what I noticed was कि आपकी leadership और writings में हमेशा ही आपने Indian values और traditions को काफ़ी ज़्यादा emphasize किया हुआ है. So how do you think कि आज के टाइम पे जो modern education और जो trends चल रहे हैं उसको और हमारी जो cultural values हैं उनके बीच में हम एक balance, एक same path पे उसको कैसे लेकर आए?
हाँ, मतलब मैंने जब काम करना शुरू किया था तो I started off on pure academic opportunities that were coming in front of me. So my research journey began at California, studying something as technical as ergonomics. Now, ergonomics might not make immediate sense to you because it was the economic policies of President Ronald Reagan at that time in late 80s, and that was the fashionable thing to have at that time. You know, he was changing the outlook or scenario of America towards with new economic policies. But we'll leave the details of that. So among the first researchers, and at that time there was also some very prominent work going on in India around federalism. So federalism was something in 1986. You had a commission report called Sarkaria Commission coming in India. And therefore, between Reaganomics in America and Sarkaria Commission in India, there was a lot of debate on federalism and federal structure. So my research began with something called fiscal federalism. So I tried to compare American system and Indian system, looking at the governmental structure and the three-tier structure where local self-government, etc., also comes into the state and the union governmental structure. So started with that, but gradually as issues come up before you, all of you face problems in society, questions that are coming, existential questions that are coming into the world. So when we started at that time, let's say when we are reaching 90s, one of the biggest question was environment, ecology. That came as a question to us. Now it is, heating up of the earth or the global warming. That's something that is troubling all of you. Pollution is troubling all of you. But we started looking at those things in the beginning of 90s at that time. So my research shifted to my PhD, which was called Modernization and Ecology, and I looked at it from a Gandhian perspective. Now, the topic, of course, was relevance of Gandhian perspective. But when I started looking at modernization, question of modernization, development, and ecology from a perspective that was Gandhian, actually, when I started researching, I kept going back into the Indian ethos, the Indian values, and through Gandhi, when I realized where Gandhi, I mean, all of you, if you have ever read Gandhi, you would realize that on a fracture, Gandhi ji जो है वो एक mud pack लगा देते थे. उनका एक naturopathy का अपना एक तरीका था, and his living was very simple. If you remember Gandhi, you remember him because वो एक लंगोट पहना हुआ, एक लाठी लिया हुआ, एक चश्मे वाला आदमी, and that is how he is represented in the psyche of everybody. But वो जो उनका representation है, what does it signify? It signifies minimal consumption. Minimal consumption. That means अपनी जरूरतों को कम करना. And that is where one started thinking on the consumption pattern that we have as a generation. I as a generation, I mean the one I belong to, your generation has even greater problems over there. Okay? So, these questions kept on taking me into the Indian values, Indian system of life, And I kept going back until I reached Vedas, where in Atharva Veda, Prithvi Sukta, there are mantras जो कि हम सब रिसाइट करते हैं. हाँ, आप लोग पूजा करते हैं घर में, जो भी करते हैं आप में से, वो कहते हैं कि पूरी पृथ्वी की शांति, जीवः शांति, वनस्पति शांति, ये सारी बातें आप लोग कामना करते हैं. वो शांति की जो बात आप लोग करते हैं वो हमारे फर्स्ट लेसन्स इन इकोलॉजी है. यू नो, दैट मीन्स दैट यू स्टार्ट लुकिंग एट लाइफ, consuming the earth's resources in a way that is sustainable. Okay, and that is what, because of my PhD research, I started getting attached to all these values that are there. तो सरफेस पर कई ये वैल्यूज जो है ना बहुत दकियानूसी और कई बार रिडिकुलस नजर आते हैं हम लोगों के अपने थॉट में. फॉर एग्जाम्पल, पीपल बिलीव कि गंगा हमारी माँ. अब गंगा का माँ होना, ये दिस कैन कॉज अ लॉट ऑफ डिस्टर्बेंस इन माइंड. अरे भाई, गंगा में ऐसी क्या खास बात है कि अमेजन इज नॉट अ मदर और नाइल इज नॉट अ मदर, बट गंगा इज अ मदर. ठीक है, सो इट डजंट जस्टिफाई इन योर ऑटोमेटिकली इन योर माइंड. ओके, बट व्हेन यू स्टार्ट थिंकिंग व्हाई पीपल वुड हैव मेड गंगा इनटू अ मदर, it was a life lesson for people who broadly did not understand academics or values of life. तो कुछ ही पंडित होते थे. पंडित कौन थे? पंडित वो थे जो कि लाइफ के वैल्यूज को समझ लें, आपको पढ़ा सकें, बता सकें. यू नो, दोज वेर द पीपल. अब आई एम नॉट गोइंग इनटू द वर्नर सिस्टम एंड अदर थिंग्स, बट लर्नड पीपल ऑफ द सोसाइटी were few, and others would just follow what they had to given in terms of mantras. So they gave you life values in mantras and you followed it. So Ganga was called Ma at whatever time it was started to being called, because you needed to keep it clean. It's as simple as that. So as you worship or respect your mother, similarly you have to respect the river. So it was a moral lesson for us that you keep your rivers clean, it will remain good. Another incident that happened in my life a little more recently, I can name before you, and that is, once I was traveling through Jharkhand in my car, and as I went along, I started noticing some colored threads wound around the trees as I crossing a jungle. And the winding of the thread is not a surprise in India. It happens on a butt bridge or on a people somewhere. But these were sal trees. And sal trees were for kilometers. I could see that there were threads around as I went along the road over there. And I started wondering. So when I reached my destination, I mentioned it to someone that बड़ा आश्चर्य लगा कि किलोमीटर्स तक वहां पर पेड़ों पर वो धागा बंधा हुआ था. And then he looked at me, laughed at me, and said that अच्छा आपको नहीं मालूम है ये क्या होता है? मैंने कहा नहीं. He said कि झारखंड की जो आदिवासी पॉपुलेशन है, वो आदिवासी पॉपुलेशन साल में एक बार साल के पेड़ को थैंक यू बोलता है, धन्यवाद बोलता है, बिकॉज उसका पूरा जीवन उस पेड़ के प्रोडक्ट से साल भर चलता है. उसमें से टहनियां जो गिरती हैं उससे उनका फ्यूल आता है, उसकी जो पत्तियां होती हैं उससे वो पत्ते इकट्ठा करके उसके दोने बनाते हैं, उसके बहुत सारा यूज. उसके तना को काट देते हैं तो उससे कुछ जूसेस निकलती है, उससे कुछ निकलता है. एंड सो उसके प्रोडक्ट से वो साल भर जीते हैं, खाते हैं और जीविका चलाते हैं, और साल में एक बार उसकी पूजा करते हैं उस पेड़ की. Now that is a lesson, that has been a lesson for me to learn from our own traditions. It is the Adivasi traditions of Jharkhand or Bastar or Chhattisgarh that gives you these life lessons. एक इंसिडेंट और सुनाने दीजिए, तो उसके बाद फिर मेरी ये डायट्राइब खत्म हो जाएगा आपके लिए. और वो है एक इंसिडेंट जो आप लोग सब जानते हैं और उससे कनेक्ट करता हूं. ठीक है, आप सब जानते हैं कि एक ब्लैक बग केस हुआ था. कहां पर? राजस्थान में. जोधपुर के पास एक होशियां नाम की जगह है, जहां पर कुछ हमारे फिल्मी हीरो हीरोइन ने वहां जाकर के ब्लैक बग का शिकार करने की कोशिश की और एक कम्युनिटी ने उसका विरोध किया और उस पर केस भी चल रहा है, ठीक है। दैट कम्युनिटी इज कॉल्ड बिश्नोई कम्युनिटी, ठीक है। सो द बिश्नोइज ऑफ राजस्थान आर अ कम्युनिटी हु लिव लाइफ इन कॉन्सोनेंस विद नेचर। आप लोग उसको एक एस्पेक्ट से जानते हैं बिकॉज इट हैपेंड विद अ वेरी फेमस एक्टर, हाँ। So you learnt about it, and then you keep getting reports of कि केस हो गया, ये चल रहा है, वो चल रहा है. But why did the Bishnois protest against that? Because they almost worship the black buck over there. No, and why do they do it? Because they worship nature. They are in their life principles are integral to preservation of nature over there. कभी भी उसको ये मत समझिएगा कि वो एक इंसिडेंट है. It's not an incident. It's a life lesson for all of us, how to treat the nature. तो हम अपने ह्यूमन वैल्यूज को, अपने इंडियन वैल्यूज को अगर इंटीग्रेट करें अपने लाइफ में, तो आई हैव गॉन इनटू जस्ट वन एस्पेक्ट, दैट इज द एनवायरनमेंट और इकोलॉजी. वी कैन टॉक अबाउट मेनी अदर्स, एंड इफ यू वांट टू टेक मी नाउ टुवर्ड्स एजुकेशन, आई विल बी रेडी टू गो देयर. ओके.
मतलब जैसे आपने बताया, जो आपने स्टोरीज शेयर की, लाइक एक तो आपने ट्राइब का जो एग्जांपल दिया, तो वी सी द नेचुरलाइजेशन ऑफ ह्यूमंस देयर, नेचर से कनेक्ट, एंड ऑल्सो जितने भी हमारे ट्रेडिशंस हैं, समहाउ और द अदर हमको उनसे कुछ ना कुछ सीखने मिलता है, विच आई इन्फर्ड फ्रॉम व्हाटएवर यू टोल्ड. तो लाइक जो भी हमारे ट्रेडिशंस, वैल्यूज, वो हमारी लाइफ में काफी ज्यादा इम्पैक्ट करते हैं, विच वाज समथिंग लाइक यू परफेक्टली एक्सप्लेन टू अस. तो सर अब हम हमारे पॉडकास्ट के सेकंड पार्ट में मूव ऑन करते हैं, विच इज एनईपी के अराउंड, जो नेशनल एजुकेशन पॉलिसी है उसके अराउंड रिवॉल्व है. तो उस पर एक हम डिस्कशन कर लेते हैं. तो जैसे कि हमारी नेशनल एजुकेशन पॉलिसी 2020 थी, तो उसके रिगार्डिंग, उसके एप्लीकेशन के रिगार्डिंग काफी कंफ्यूजन्स अभी, क्योंकि वो नई नई आई हैं, तो सभी के माइंड में कुछ ना कुछ कंफ्यूजन्स हैं उसके रिगार्डिंग. ऑल्सो जो टाइमलाइन है ऑफ द अंडर ग्रेजुएट एंड पोस्ट ग्रेजुएट प्रोग्राम्स, उसके रिगार्डिंग. तो आसान भाषा में, इफ यू गिव अस अ ब्रीफ ओवरव्यू ऑफ नेशनल एजुकेशन पॉलिसी 2020.
देखिए, पहली बात बताओ कि नेशनल एजुकेशन पॉलिसी को लेकर के एक शंका सबके मन में रहती है कि कोई भी एक आधारभूत परिवर्तन कहीं पर आता है या आपातमस्तक किसी परिवर्तन की तरफ हम लोग बढ़ते हैं, तो अनसर्टेनिटी सबके मन में आ जाती है, ठीक है. एंड ऑल इन, ऐसा मत समझिए कि एज स्टूडेंट्स आपके मन में ही अनसर्टेनिटीज हैं या एक डर सा है. आपसे कहीं ज्यादा आपको पढ़ाने वाले लोगों के मन में, मेरे जैसे एडमिनिस्ट्रेटर के मन में या जो शिक्षक गण हैं उनके मन में, कैसे करें, कहाँ जाएं, ये क्वेश्चंस आ रहे हैं. बिकॉज एक परिवर्तन तो है ही हमारे एजुकेशन पैटर्न में, जहां पर हम लोगों ने ये सरकार ने निर्णय लिए और हम लोग उसको इम्प्लीमेंट कर रहे हैं. एक तो ये एश्योर कर रहा हूं आप लोगों को कि परिवर्तन जो है वो बहुत लार्ज कंसल्टेशंस के बाद हुई है. लॉट ऑफ पीपल, लॉट ऑफ एक्सपर्ट्स हैव गिवन देयर ओपिनियन अराउंड इट, and then only this change has been taken. जो फंडामेंटल चेंज है वो आपने ऑलरेडी उस तरफ एक ध्यान दिलाया है और मैंने उस पर सफिशिएंटली अभी बोला भी कि भाई एक सर्टेन इंडियननेस इसके अंदर आ रही है. क्वेश्चन ये है कि व्हाई नॉट. यू टेल मी समथिंग. आई मीन, वी आर ऑल इंडियंस एंड वी आर ऑल प्राउड इंडियंस, ठीक है. और हमारी एक संस्कृति है, हमारा एक सिविलाइजेशनल विरासत है हमारे पास. Because of our history, various changes over there, we may or may not have got a chance to continue on that virasat at various times. अभी हाल में मैं यूरोप में था और इंग्लैंड में था. अभी भी वहां पर बेकर स्ट्रीट में जाते हैं तो जो कहानियां हम पढ़ते हैं उनके नॉवेल्स में उन्होंने वो प्रिजर्व कर रखा है. मैंने भी एक टोपी खरीद के लाया वहां से ताकि आइडेंटिफिकेशन हो उसके साथ. सिंबल्स अभी भी हैं, मतलब चाहे वो लेटेस्ट आपके जनरेशन से ये लें, हैरी पॉटर के सीरीज में जो स्टिक होती है वो 32 पाउंड की, आपको जाइएगा तो वो ट्रेन जहां से गुजरती है ना हैरी पॉटर वाली, वहां देखते हुए और वहां पर आपको खरीदने को मिल जाएगी. दे मेक देयर सिंबल्स आइदर मॉडर्न or ancient, all for your viewing and then preserve it like that. विंडसर कैसल में गया तो विंडसर कैसल में दे आर नॉट गिविंग अप ऑन देयर वेरियस, चाहे वो कितनी सेंचुरीज ओल्ड उनकी ट्रेडिशंस हो, वो है अपनी जगह। तो अपने संस्कृति को, अपनी सभ्यता के साथ आइडेंटिफिकेशन बुरी नहीं होती, एंड इट डजंट पुट यू इन कन्फ्लिक्ट विथ एनीथिंग। लाइक यू नो, पहली चीज लगती है कि आप बहुत ज्यादा इस पर एम्फेसाइज करने लगे हैं और या कर रहे हैं। इट्स नॉट अ क्वेश्चन ऑफ ओवर एम्फेसिस, इट्स जस्ट अ क्वेश्चन ऑफ एम्फेसिस। यू कैन आइडेंटिफाई ऑन अदर थिंग्स ऑल्सो। फॉर एग्जाम्पल, मैंने एक एग्जाम्पल थोड़ी देर पहले आपको दिया, इंडियन सिस्टम ऑफ थिंकिंग अबाउट इकोलॉजी एनवायरमेंट का। आप इंडियन को मत मानिए, आप ग्रीक को मान लीजिए। ग्रीक सिस्टम में जाइएगा तो वहां दे टॉक अबाउट द सेम थिंग्स, प्रिंसिपल्स ऑफ लिविंग विद नेचर। उसको वो गाइया थियोरी कहते हैं, और गाइया इज मदर अर्थ। ठीक है, GAIA। ठीक है, गाया इज मदर अर्थ। इट्स मोर और लेस ग्रीक फिलोसफी में भी यही है प्रिंसिपल है। तो मैं कोई बोस्ट नहीं कर रहा हूं कि इंडियन सिस्टम ही बेस्ट है और हमारा, बट आपका जो है उसमें से भी जो गुड पॉइंट्स है उसको निकाल कर समझें। एंड न्यूअर जनरेशंस हैव अ राइट टू नो वेयर दे कम फ्रॉम, वेयर आर दे कमिंग फ्रॉम, एंड then you choose your rights and wrongs, how much you want to know, how much you don't want to know. So therefore, education based on Indian values, Indian system, is not entirely a bad thing. That's one. That's a stand one would like to take. And that has come into the new education policy that we have. Then it started to also think to make it friendly to the various developments in the society, larger developments in the society. We have changes कि फॉर एग्जाम्पल, अब हम लोग इंक्रीजिंगली मदर एंड फादर बोथ आर वर्किंग इन हाउसेस। सो उन्होंने चिंता करनी शुरू की, उन्होंने प्राइमरी एजुकेशन के पहले एक प्री प्राइमरी एजुकेशन भी वहां पर डाल दिया एंड मेड इट फॉर्मल। सो इट बिकम्स द गवर्नमेंटल ड्यूटी टू गिव यू दैट फैसिलिटी। सो इट बिकम लाइफ बिकम्स अ लिटिल easier. Children can be taken care of by the system of education over there. And these subtle changes to larger changes in college, and I'm coming to that because school में तो बहुत सारे परिवर्तन हो रहे हैं अपनी जगह पर, बट ब्रॉड चेंजेस क्या आ रही हैं? ब्रॉड चेंजेस स्कूल एजुकेशन के बाद अब जो लोग न्यू एजुकेशन पॉलिसी में पढ़कर आएंगे, वहां कहीं ना कहीं थोड़ा सा आपको स्किल्स की तरफ एम्फोसिस होगा। Besides the Indianness in the education, there will also be skills to develop, because your generation knows very well. Ultimately, after education, एक knowledge system acquire करना तो हमारा काम होता ही है. Many of you will remain in research. Many of you will go on to excel in your academic fields in many ways that is better than even us, the teachers that who are teaching you here. But most of you will also look at it from a perspective of getting a good placement, a good life, a good job, and continue in your life journey in the productive years based on that education. And therefore, the education system should be such which will give you all these opportunities. So the school education is going to bring you to university, to college, with some kind of an orientation towards some kind of a skill. And in the college, like ours, we in 4 years now, because now our graduation becomes a 4-year graduation. So in 4 years, we are going to prepare you to go into life, launch into a future life with a certain direction. That means, our attempt will be to give you a certain direction towards something that you would like to do. Now, in that attempt, there are many courses which put some doubts into you. For example, VSE. I mean, all of you are not always interested in the VSE because it's a value-added thing. Now, on that, all that I have to say is that these courses are ongoing. They will improve. They will get a feedback from you, and every year as we keep teaching you, every semester we are teaching you, we are also getting feedbacks on various things, what is needed, what is not needed, etc. So the refinement part will always take place, but by itself these are all ideas that are going to remain there. But then the emphasis also, as you grow from first year to second year to third year and on to the fourth year, you will notice that you go on to skill-based courses, and from skill-based courses you go to research area, And so as you keep growing from courses like BSc, etc., which are basic in nature and they are complementary to your, core areas that you are choosing to study, you also get option in terms of studying something in major or in minor, and maybe sometimes you will get a chance to change from a major. If you feel that this is not the something that I wanted to do, so I want to do something, some other subject. The third thing that keeps happening is that there is much more interdisciplinarity in your study now. In the previous systems that we have come from, there was too much specialization in one area, and therefore it didn't give us a chance to know about other things. For example, somebody studying science can also have a interest in music. And some time back, when I was talking to you, I told you that I myself had interest in theater, for example. Okay. So yeah, you keep on asking, then
Sir,
I'll.
as you told कि Indian values, traditions, उसको it was somehow left behind, and now with new education policy, the positives of our traditions, culture, and everything, we are integrating into our education now. And जैसे आपने एक multidisciplinary nature की बात की, skill development पे focused है हमारी NEP, बहुत सारे various subjects introduce किए गए हैं, SEC, VAC, AEC, तो बहुत सारे स्टूडेंट्स ये क्लेम करते हैं कि जो सेट वैक और एईसी जैसे कोर्सेज हैं वो उनकी प्रोडक्टिविटी को कम कर रहे हैं, क्योंकि उसमें उनका बहुत ज़्यादा टाइम चला जाता है. एंड सेकेंडली चीज़ ये होती है कि व्हेन दे स्टडी अ लॉट मेनी कोर्सेज, जैसे कि ये सारे जो मल्टीडिसिप्लिनरी कोर्सेज हैं, तो जो ये टाइम इसमें चला जाता है उसके वजह से वो अपने कोर पेपर्स पे उतना फोकस नहीं कर पाते. ऑल्सो कुछ स्टूडेंट्स तो ये भी इन्हीं सब्जेक्ट के रिगार्डिंग कहते हैं कि इन सब्जेक्ट्स को पढ़ना इज लाइक बिकमिंग द जैक ऑफ ऑल ट्रेड्स बट मास्टर ऑफ नन. तो इस टाइप के आर्ग्यूमेंट को आप कैसे कैटर करना चाहिए?
देखिए, now as the system has been planned, so 4 year, and then the specialization, if you desire so to take 1 year master's course and then go on to research. अब अंडर ग्रेजुएट के बाद इफ यू थॉट दैट आई विल बिकम अ स्पेशलिस्ट इन एन एरिया, वो एक मिसनोमर ही था. मतलब इन द प्रीवियस सिस्टम ऑफ एजुकेशन आल्सो वी डिड नॉट स्पेशलाइज इन अ सब्जेक्ट अंटिल वी हैड डन अ मास्टर्स इन दैट सब्जेक्ट. टू थिंक कि हम अंडर ग्रेजुएट में किसी एक सब्जेक्ट को मास्टर कर लेंगे, it was always a misnomer. But yes, what has happened is that now focusing all your attention to only one subject is no more required. That means you get more options of doing more subject. Plus, you have multidisciplinarity of learning, and you are learning it differently also. So there is a lot of hands-on training that is involved. So when you are the first batch of a new system, all the systems haven't got their fineries over there, and so the future batches and all, these will be refined. I told you that these will be much more effective, and the students will know exactly what they are doing over there. For example, many of the undergraduate students are not yet ready to go into research. You don't know research methodology, you never learned it in the undergraduate. You did not write a dissertation here. I mean, except for one or two subjects, for example, psychology students in third year is writing here. But now every student in college, whoever chooses to stay with us in fourth year, will be writing a dissertation. And so, therefore, once the student goes through our 4 years in the college, they will be ready to take on the world much more than before. Contrary to your thinking that हम उतने prepared नहीं लग रहे हैं. It's just that it is new. A system, a newer system has come about, which is preparing you in terms of your skill, in terms of your hands-on training, and in terms of research. So every way you are better equipped to choose your whatever you want to do in the future. And it might give you a little more opportunity to do certain other things. For example, we have given an option in our college for students to do a paper in NCC, for example. So I hope you realize some of our NCC students are actually joining the Army and Air Force from here. And therefore, they have that opportunity because, they are getting more time for their NCC than before. Because before, because of the attendance restriction and all that, they would have had to do NCC only in their off time. Now they are doing it as a paper also, so they get trained over there. And for many other skills, similarly, there will be options in the future. You will see. Right now, in sports area, we have the Fitness for All and Fit India. These are the paper options you are getting. But let me tell you something. Yeah, I was in when I was in University of California. My roommate was also doing what they call graduation there, and one of his papers was lawn tennis. Now, this is, I'm talking about 1987, 88, before all of you were born. And he had that option of taking one paper, lawn tennis over there. That means, why do I say it was a paper? Because he used to get credit for it. So, because he was playing lawn tennis, he was getting 2 credit, or I don't remember the exact credits, but he would be getting 4 credits during his graduation over there for that lawn tennis playing. So, we are going to head for a time like that where our sports students will be able to acquire some credit because they are playing sports over there. We already have paper in music here in this college. We are giving that option. So right now the paper is the beginning paper is called harmonium. I mean, like you have to get expertise. So many of you may or may not be, but I'm hoping that there is some option like which will be acceptable to all, basic vocal or something like that. So that's what I'm saying. This will keep refining and giving you options over there. So if you have an interest in music, you will get a paper there and you will get 4 credits over there. So it is a question of whether you want to take some options in your core area, which you will get the chance to get. And so you can take many, and there will be some options where you can take other interests and go on and do your graduation along with those interests. So it is opening up more opportunities for you, giving you multidisciplinary education as much as needed. Okay. Yeah.
सो सर स्पेसिफिकली टॉकिंग अबाउट यू, हमारे यूनिवर्सिटी में सोसाइटीज एक बहुत ही इंटीग्रल पार्ट है एंड व्हाट वी सी इज कि इन सब चीज़ों में टाइम मैनेजमेंट एक बहुत बड़ा इशू बन के आ जाता है बच्चों के लिए. टाइम मैनेजमेंट के साथ साथ दूसरी चीज़ है अटेंडेंस. ये भी एक थोड़ा सा इशू हो जाता है जो स्टूडेंट्स अक्सर फेस करते हैं. तो और कुछ बच्चे ऐसे भी होते हैं जो अकेडमिक्स के बाद अलग से दे समटाइम्स अटेंड कोचिंग्स, वर्कशॉप्स, something to pursue that interest, etc. तो इस सब में how like would you advise us कि हम पर्सनल लाइफ और पर्सनल लाइफ के साथ साथ एकेडमिक्स और स्किल डेवलपमेंट जो कि NEP का एक मेन मोटिव भी है कह सकते हैं, तो इन तीनों को हम साथ में बैलेंस करके कैसे चल सकते हैं?
You see, I mean, I have been conformist of sorts. I mean, like, that's the bracket you can put. And therefore, I don't question rules, regulations everywhere. I mean, like, अब पॉलिटिकल साइंटिस्ट हूँ तो बात कर सकता हूँ कि जेन जी आपका मूवमेंट हो रहा है नेपाल में, थिंग्स लाइक दैट, वेयर you rebel against certain things. If it is a principled rebellion, sometimes one has to accept in the society things like that happen. I'm a conformist by nature, and therefore my opinions might look like that. There are rules and there are rules and there are rules for everybody. And until they are there, you have to mold your preferences, your lifestyle according to that. So if you choose to do a course in a regular college, in a regular way, then there is a discipline involved with it. Okay, bhai, usme there is a certain number of classes that you need to do. For example, all the courses that our students are doing are also available in School of Open Learning. And for all the courses, Delhi University gives you the same degree. If you do it from SOL or you do it from St. Stephen's College or Aryabhat College or Venkateshwar College or any other college of your choosing, the degree is the same. So why, if you have no desire to study here in this college, you have no desire to attend classes, you don't think it is worth it, Why would you waste a seat in a regular college? You can easily do it from School of Open Learning, and the degree will be the same, and you can study the same. So that very fact that you choose to do it from one of the regular colleges of Delhi University is something that you have made a commitment that you will come to the college and utilize the various facilities that are given by the college. Remember that the government, and in most of the cases in Delhi University, for example, out of the 54 colleges, it is the government of India that is paying 95% of the costs that is incurred in teaching you. 95%, and crores of rupees every month in each of the college is being spent by the government on you. Please don't be under the impression that your fee maintains anything in the college. It is a minuscule part of the maintenance of the college. Through your fees, we can't even afford 4 teachers, let alone the 100 that you have here. Okay, that is the fact of life, and therefore when the Government of India subsidizes your education to the tune of 90-95%, you have an obligation to return what is expected of you. Okay, so that is about education. But the college life need not be that boring. I mean, like, from your generational perspective, it is not only about classroom. It is true. It's not only about. It was never was, incidentally. Okay, I mean, in my generation also, it was not about only the. But you have yourself named that it is all about management of time and your preferences. And therefore my advice to the students is that never lose the minimum attendance that you need in the classroom. The colleges have a certain power. The principal, the administration have very limited scope in the ordinances that govern your admission into the university, your degree from the university, etc. And therefore what is limited is that only 17% attendance at the maximum can be given to you in addition to what you have attended. Actually, the rule says 1/3 of the classes attended by the student. Okay, so if you attend 51% of the classes, I can add another 16% and put it to 67%, which is the appearance kind of attendance that you need. My advice always is please attend 80 to 90% of the classes, so that, I mean, I can understand sometimes there are problems, sometimes you are ill, those things will happen. But teaching learning process is such, and especially under the new education policy, where you have continuous assessment, you have internal assessment, and then you have assessment at the end of your semester. Okay, so there are 3 types of assessments which you have to undergo. That is not possible if you are not going into the classroom. There is a lot of learning, there is a lot of practical aspect in each of the papers. So that will not be possible in absentee form. So please involve yourself in your classes. In your free time, do as much of extracurricular activities as you like to do. Choose 1 or 2 and excel in those also. I mean, if you are playing a game, please concentrate on that game. If you are doing NCC, concentrate on that. If you have social service tendencies, go into NSS, music, dance, anything. I mean, you are doing. I would really encourage each of the students, but pick up 1, pick up 2, make a time management, and do as much as you can afford besides your studies. Never miss out on your internal assessments, never miss out on assignments that teachers are giving, never miss out on the class tests that you are expected to take, and keep doing the other things. And this management has to be a personal choice of each of the students. Okay, my favor would always be, that's why I told you in the beginning, it's a slightly conservative talk. You could say, blame me that your principal to aise hi baat karega and all that, but my recommendation is, first take up your basic duty, and that is your academics, and then with the academics, co-curricular activities and other things will follow from it. All right. So this is what, as a principal, I can advise all the students.
Definitely.
Right.
So this advice would help students to balance between all these things. Especially as you told, we should first give the priority to academics, because that is something that will help us educate ourselves, get a better future, and also with the co-curriculars enhance our personality. सर अगर अब हम थोड़ा सा एंड की तरफ बढ़ें तो हम एनईपी के ही अराउंड लाइक आपने क्योंकि बहुत ज़्यादा डाइवर्सिफाइड काम किया है, आपने काफ़ी सारी रिसर्चेस बुक्स एक्सेट्रा आपने एजुकेशन सेक्टर में काफ़ी काम किया है, तो इफ़ आई पर्टिकुलरली आस्क अबाउट एनईपी, हाउ डू यू थिंक कि इसका सक्सेस रेट कितना रहा है अभी तक? ऑल्सो इसमें ऐसे कौन से लूप होल्स हैं, क्या इसमें चैलेंजेस या क्या इसके प्लस पॉइंट्स हमें आ सकते हैं जो आपके
नहीं, अभी during the talk that I was giving, I have hinted at one or two places where things will improve in the future as the experiences go. But फायदे तो मैंने आपको गिनाए ही हैं कि it will prepare you much better. I mean, saying jack of all trades is one thing, but giving you options in life is quite another. Same thing, looking, the angle of vision changes and you look at it from a different perspective. So, it gives you a lot of options in choosing your doing in life, because undergraduation stage is a stage where you are at the crossroads of life. You are trying to identify what I exactly want to do. Some of you would like to be photographers, for example. Somebody would like to be a director. You didn't know this in school. You're not sure about it. Here you can be, more or less start to become sure about it. And therefore, your life choosing will come here. Some of you would like to be a news reader, for example. You are already anchoring programs. Okay. So we don't know. Some of you would like to be journalists. And the college, even Arbat College, even though it is just 11 years old, we have a history, of course. I mean, we are Ram Lal Anand College evening. So one of our alumni has received the President's Award in this, recently held function where you were noticing Shah Rukh Khan and others who were getting the awards. So did you realize that the Ram Lal Anand Evening, which was the earlier avatar of Aryabhat, उसके भी एक English Honours के student को उस दिन राष्ट्रपति ने national award दिया है. So we would like you to do everything possible in life, and that is the opportunity that the national education policy, based education, is going to give. Okay, and so but इन डूइंग सो मैंने आपको कहा कि कोई नई चीज जब इम्प्लीमेंट होती है तो थोड़ी थोड़ी उसमें बिगिनिंग जो है वी डोंट हिट द ग्राउंड रनिंग, so there are tentative steps we are taking. We are still forming the first batch of fourth year has come to us. So the research part, we are just settling down. One or two departments are already in the lead. I mean, for example, psychology is already doing research from before. So they are the ones who are able to guide us in many ways and things like that. And many of our faculty members are already guides of the respective departments, etc. So there will be a gelling. Students will get used to it and we'll continue. But it is for sure that national education policy is going to give much wider opportunities to the students in their life. It is going to prepare them in skills, definitely, that is there. And refinements will keep taking place as we keep on implementing from here. As far as the assessment part is concerned, I don't think right now it is a time to assess the success and the failure. Let it pan out for the next 3-4 years, and then there will be a reevaluation, etc., etc. But right now, the best thing to do is how to implement it properly. And right now, most of the universities, and Delhi University is one of the lead universities implementing NEP, and therefore we are all in the process of in implementing it properly, and that is where we all stand vis-a-vis NEP at this moment.
So lastly, what's that one golden advice that you would like to give the students studying and looking to you today?
I thought I have given a lot of advices already. I mean, it should not become an overload of advices. But see, I'm like a father or a grandfather to the present students studying around. I mean, having been there for 33, 34 years now in this area. Therefore, the gist of whatever I have said during this quarter of an hour or more that you have talked to me in is that stay sincere with whatever you want to do. If you remember one thing that I have spoken in this time, stay with Garfield Sobers. Take up the life history of that man and see why he said that if I was not a good cricketer, I would have made a good footballer. Okay. and just hold on to that and keep on taking inspiration from there and doing the work that you are doing. If you put efforts, if you put sincerity, if you put a certain motivation in your mind in doing whatever you choose to do, कोई गलत या सही नहीं होता है. You know, everything that you choose to do will be the correct thing to do. But taking an advice is not weakness, remember. ठीक है, your peer group, your family, your well wishers, everybody वो advice से react नहीं करना चाहिए. थोड़ा आप सबने किया है अपने अपने teenage में, that I know, but you are past that teenage when you pass college. So your teachers are there, and we have plenty of support group here in the college. If you don't know, there is a whole mental awareness week that we celebrate. We have mental health week that we celebrate. We have counselors. We have fee concession system in the college for those who are not able to afford. So every way, even the institutions are ready to support you. Your families are ready to support you. But learn to respect them. Learn to take help from them, and then decide what you want to decide at the right time. Every moment, if you think that you are right, you will create problems for yourself and for others who are sympathetic and who love you. And therefore, take decisions in a rational way. And as you keep on learning, you'll do very well. Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir, for sharing your thoughts, valuable journey, and everything that you shared with us today. आज हमारे सारे दर्शकों ने, सारे बच्चों ने, सब कुछ जो आपने बताया, उससे हमें बहुत कुछ सीखने को मिला. एंड स्पेशली अराउंड एनईपी, जो आपने हमारी राष्ट्रीय शिक्षा नीति 2020 है, उसके बारे में हमें जो भी बताया, फिर चाहे वो उसका एक स्ट्रक्चर हो, फिर या उसके जो पॉजिटिव और आउटकम्स जो हमें देखने मिलेंगे, एक तरीके से वो मल्टीडिसिप्लिनरी है, बच्चों को हर एरिया में डेवलप करने का वो मौका देगा. तो ये सब काफी मतलब आई ओपनिंग था, बिकॉज इसके रिगार्डिंग बहुत सारे मिसकंसेप्शंस थे शुरू में, जो आपने हमारे क्लियर कर दिए. आपके अनुभवों से हमें बेसिकली ये सीखने को मिला कि शिक्षा सिर्फ एक नीति या सिलेबस नहीं होता, बल्कि ये एक दृष्टि होती है जो समाज को नए विचार और नए समाधानों से जोड़ती है. तो थैंक यू सो मच सर, आपके टाइम और विजडम के लिए.
नमस्कार.
So on behalf of Abhivyakti and all our listeners, I would like to say this conversation truly reflected our belief कि चर्चा से संभव है. Thank you so much to you all for watching, and stay tuned for the next upcoming episodes. And sir, we look forward to have more such meaningful conversation with you.
Okay.
Thank you so much.